So in Boston, 24010, so we'll go for runway 22 left. Fantastic. And then is the Roebuck 2 arrival. Oh man, on the chart it's quite complicated. Oh yeah, here we are. Oh, it's a long winded arrival. Roebuck 2 is here. It's via JFK, so we'll be flying on top of New York. The transition is already fairly, the start of the transition is fairly close. And then transition via Noli. Where's Noli? Noli? Oh, I don't know. Oh yeah, it's at the end of the ILS. Cool. So we can execute that. A lot of wind up here, 68 knots. It's fairly windy. Feel free to ask other questions though, because on the equipment cooling have not answered very well, so I didn't even remember there was equipment cooling on this thing, which kind of makes sense because you've got to kind of cool the equipment as well, but yeah. I feel like an idiot now. I'm coming up on the title, Real Pilot Sim Adventures. Yeah, Real Pilot, but it doesn't really even remember his aircraft. Bloody hell. Anyway. It's old age kicking in, that's the problem. So from JFK we go to Newark. That's correct, and then to FX. Arrival 230. Then we go to Ruiz 210230 in between. That's correct. Then to Olen 170 above, Bunky 160 above, or 16,000. So I need to change that. Bunky and then Roebuck 12,190 below at 260 knots. That's correct. Then we've got Provi, and it's 11,000 or above. That's fairly complicated arrival. Judy, Sophie, no, not Sophie. Jaina. Where is it? Judy, Jaina, no, maybe not. Kran, yeah, that's because it's going to the next one. Ainsley 8,000. No. Bloody hell. Oh yeah, Cradle 8,000, 10,000. Kleb 8,000, yeah. Ethan tail, and then the ILS. Okay, cool. Phew. There's a little increase in the wind. The thrust lever is coming back, reducing the thrust a little bit. And what's next? Yeah, ILS2 to left, 110.3. Here again. Done. The courses should be 216. And 216 on this side as well. Done. And then the minima 220, so it's not going to take a long time, it's already at 200. 220, and the QNH was 3000. Cool, it's 30 degrees in Boston. Fantastic. Excellent. Last little check for ATC. Doesn't seem to be anybody. FMC message. Reset MCP altitude. So we'll start the descent to fly level 230 initially. It was a good decision just to climb to 33,000 instead of 37. That was a good move. Descent checklist.
Descent checklist. Pressurization.
Land altitude set.
Anti-ice.
As required.
Approach. Briefing.
Complete.
IAS and altimeter bugs.
Set and cross-checked.
Descent checklist complete.
Cool. Down we go. So we passed New York. JFK is just behind us. Yeah, that's New York there, JFK Airport. And I would say that this is kind of, it's a shame it's a little bit of cloud here, but I would guess this is Manhattan here. Let's see, once the cloud is maybe a little bit thinner. Yeah, this would look maybe like LaGuardia Airport as well, so that would be maybe Manhattan there. Cool. Upstate New York, and then going towards Boston. Fantastic. Very nice, a little bit of sightseeing en route. Fixed page, we'll go runway 22. 22 left actually. 6 miles like always. Well, it's a shame because Boston was on earlier on, but is gone, so unfortunately. So it looks like we are gonna achieve flight level 230 at FX. We can see the green banana, as I call it. The altitude range arc there is sitting right on fix. So at this rate of descent and this speed, more or less, shows that we're gonna be at flight level 230 by fix, which is good. So if we continue the descent like this, we're gonna make it. So we can set the next altitude or level, level 210. Gonna attach the passengers. So flex at flight level 230. It's gonna be good. Then we continue the descent slowly to flight level 210. So it's a very long arrival, or at least a very long transition. We're still, if we look at the progress page, it still shows 170 knots, 70 miles, 170 miles to run. So it's obviously a very early descent, and then kind of dragging yourself all the way down. No time for music on this one. Climb, have a quick chat, and already go back down. It's alright though, it's a nice flight. Flying in the States is fantastic actually, it's really nice. Maybe we should do a giveaway. Maybe a giveaway will do the trick. Who knows? Bim bidi bim 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 bim. It's a very shallow descent, not even 500 feet per minute. Yeah, jump seat tour will be cool. Flight captain, I invite you as well if you wish to have a look at the YouTube channel. I think the details are at the bottom of the screen on the stream there, bottom and in the middle. Basically, youtube.com/c/Captain Nav, and plenty of videos. Obviously the videos of the stream are put back on YouTube as well after a while, and also have videos of approaches, tutorials on the 737 NGX and on the 777 as well. So quite a lot of various things to watch. Which is all good. Blueno61, hello, welcome to the stream. Today flying into Boston. So we already started the descent. It's a slow descent into Boston. It's a fairly long transition and arrival towards runway 22 left today. Nice 30 degrees in Boston. Summer is here for the 4th of July today. Happy 4th of July to you guys in the States. So the next restriction is 17,000 at all-in, which is here, so it's gonna work, and then 16,000 at Bunky. So all-in is a couple of miles away, so we can set 16 the next one. And basically we are flying the descending via the profile of the arrival. So we just followed the charted levels and altitudes on the arrival on the chart and on the map, and just descending according to them. So we passed transition. I will set the QNH 3000 inches. So once again in the United States we fly in reference to inches of mercury. The good thing is that we've got a tailwind, so the arrival is a little bit more efficient with the tailwind, obviously, than with headwind. Above all, as the start of descent was fairly early. So now we can set to 12,000 feet, which is the next altitude constraint at Roebuck. So we are already below 19,000, which is good. But we still need to be above 12, and at Roebuck we need to decelerate to 260 knots. The FMC should take care of that. After that we'll be down to 11,000 at waypoint Provi, which will be the next one. So as you can see, it's step by step you kind of descend all the way down towards Boston. It's actually a fairly interesting arrival. I'd never flown it before. It's fairly interesting. So the speed has come back towards 260. A little bit, as always, very slippery aircraft. The speed doesn't come back as quickly as it should, but it's good enough. Looks like a nice cloud. So approaching Providence, then from Providence a slight turn to the left towards Boston, just to the east of Boston, and then come back in for the LS2 to left. So Provi is good. The next one will be Cran at 250 knots and between 11 and 12,000 feet. So we're set 11. We cannot go down below 11, but we have to be below 12. So it's actually showing VNAV speed for some reason. So VNAV path has given up. I had not noticed that. But yeah, we're gonna have maybe to descend a little bit. Just to help it a little bit along the way. As long as we are below 12, we should be alright. Mind you, we need to decelerate by 10 knots to 250 knots as well. So because the VNAV path has not worked out, then the FMC reverts and the automatics revert to a VNAV speed, which with the speed intervention closed, the speed window as you can see is blanked, and basically at this stage it's almost like a fly level change. It's just reducing the power to idle and pitching down for the speed. So we'll be below 12,000 feet, which is good. We can see the altitude deviation indicator there is actually coming back to the middle, and we're gonna catch up the VNAV path again. Here he is. That's good. And then that's the decel point there. So at the decel point, here we're gonna come back to 250 knots. It's almost leveling off now. Very shallow rate of descent. Wow, there's nice cloud. I love these clouds, they're really nice. So that's Boston in the distance there, I think. Cool, Boston, here we come. Very nice city actually, Boston. It's got a bit of a European feel, more of a European feel than obviously other North American cities. It's very interesting. FMC enabled 250 at clip. Why is that? Okay, well, disregard. So the next restriction is between 8 and 10. So we'll go down to 8. And that's at Cradle. So same thing, we need to be below 10,000 feet and be above 8,000. We can see the ILS 22 here. So I'm probably gonna take a shortcut. I'm sure ATC will kind of pick up the aircraft on radar vectors and then kind of bring you on downwind here. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do actually. So we're gonna go vertical speed. We've got 250 knots. Heading select, and we're gonna point. Heading 050 to kind of enter the downwind leg. There's no traffic, so kind of free to do a little bit whatever we want. Yeah, there's strictly no traffic around Boston. Somebody is actually flying the return leg back to Washington and Dulles. Ten checks down.
10 checklist. Recall. 10 checklist complete.
So it looks like what we could do is go to Patrick.
Confirm frequency. Okay, confirm.
Disregard.
Okay, no big deal.
Patrick and then to Wayne. Okay, so we'll go Patrick and then to Wayne or Wayne, whatever. That's giving us a kind of expected track. Drag record after Patrick. Okay. We can actually delete these restrictions. Like this. So that we're not gonna get the message again. We're gonna fly a little bit closer as well. Come back towards Boston. Turn left heading 025 and descend and maintain 6000. 250 knots is good. That's Boston. Hello airport here, cool. Hello Sassy131, welcome to the stream. We're just arriving during the approach for Boston, runway 22 left. So what I do is I keep updating the FMC to kind of show the expected track over the ground towards the LS22 left. So that's what we're trying to do. That's the airport down here. Start seeing some of the buildings downtown Boston. It's a very nice bay around Boston actually. The amazing thing is that when you fly like this in Flight Simulator and then you go and fly in real, it's like you've already been there. There's a strange similarity. Obviously, the simulation is trying to depict the real world, but it's quite accurate the way it's it's all laid out in the simulator. As I said, when you get there, it's like, oh, I've seen that before, and you've got that familiarity feeling. It's fantastic. So that's one of the reasons why I like to kind of fly in the simulator as well, because I kind of discover places or kind of imagine what places are like, which is cool. Oh, thank you. I'll try my best for the landing. Hopefully I will survive. Alright, descend and maintain 5000. Reduce speed 220 knots. I can't remember what time I'd given for the arrival. I can't access the information with the one monitor. Okay. I'm not too far from that. Turn left heading 010. Cool, a couple of boats, ships. Descend and maintain 3000. Turn left heading 335. So we've got India, Lima, Quebec, November identified. That's the correct ident. Approach checklist. Approach checklist.
Approach checklist. Altimeters and instruments.
Send cross-checked.
Approach frequencies.
Checked and set.
Approach checklist complete.
Cool, that's the airport down there. Flaps 1.
Speed check. Flaps 1 selected.
Right, so we'll go for an intercept course from Wayne 215 inbound. Set it here. That's unforgettable. VRF. Cool. Flaps 5.
Flaps 5 selected.
So, runway heading 215. And base approach 3000 feet is set. For lock and glide slope capture. Runway 22 left. Looking good, looking good. Gear down. Gear down.
Gear speed check. Going down.
Flaps 15.
Flaps 5 selected.
Landing flow.
Okay. Cabin crew seat for landing.
Landing checklist.
Landing checklist. Engine start switches.
On.
Recall.
Checked.
Speed brake.
Down. Armed.
Landing gear. Auto
Down.
brake. Gear down and locked. Flaps.
Flaps 30.
Flaps 30 selected.
set.
Landing lights.
On.
Landing checklist complete.
Cool. Let's fly. Beautiful scenery. Check. I'm looking outside at the downtown area, not looking at the runway and the instruments. A bit of wind coming from the right. Check. Landing. Flying the glide slope now, disregarding the puppy. Speed brakes up. Reversers. $60 knots, auto brake disarm. Vacate Papa. Clean up.
Master, caution, anti-ice reset.
So there's no traffic, we can cross runway 22 right, it's clear on the right, and clear on the left. Then we'll go across to Bravo. So right on Bravo here.